All right, so obviously one of the most important and valuable aspects of Aweber is the ability to send emails out to your lists. Remember, you get to build unlimited pages, landing pages, sales pages, opt-in pages. You can also create unlimited email lists, and you can email all those people on those different lists. So in this training, I'm actually gonna walk you through the very important and somewhat technical aspect of actually sending emails out to your different email lists. So you should have already created at least your first email list, and that would be right here in this list section. Also, right on the homepage when you first log into Aweber, it's going to have all of your lists that you've created, and there's just going to be a list of them right here on your homepage when you log in. So if you haven't done so, you want to do that first, and on this page where you're watching this video, we have a different training that shows you how to create and set up your list. Now, let's talk about sending emails to the people who are on your lists. So first of all, when you go to the messages section, which is going to be right here under all messages, this is going to give you a list of all the emails that you've sent. Now, there's two different types of emails that you can send with Aweber. One is a manual email. You're just going to go up here to create a message, and we're actually going to do this here in just a minute. And you've got options. You can use the drag and drop editor just to create your own email. You've also got a smart designer. You've got the plain text editor and custom HTML editor. We'll talk about those very briefly, but this is where you go to essentially craft or create your email. Once you do that, then you have two options. You have the option to just send that email right now to your list. You can also schedule the email. So if you don't want to, you want to create the email now, but you want the email to get sent tomorrow or next week or whenever, you can pick the date and time when you want your email to actually get sent out. I'll show you how that works as well. So that's what we call like a manual email. You're just sending a broadcast out to your list. The other option is an autoresponder. You probably heard of autoresponders. That you have that option here with Aweber as well. What does that mean? It means that when someone subscribes to one of your lists, the system, the Aweber autoresponder, is going to start sending emails automatically to those people. And so, for example, someone goes to your opt-in page, your capture page, your lead magnet page, and they put in their name and email address. They're going to get an email right away. And that initial email is whatever you want. I'm going to show you how to set that up. And then the next day, guess what they're going to get? Another email. And that could be whatever email you'd like. The next day, they get another email. So a series of emails that are going to get delivered to the people as they subscribe to your list. So you could have 30 days of emails that are going to go out automatically, one email every single day for 30 days. It could be 100 emails. And by the way, it doesn't have to be every day. You could have those emails spaced out to go every other day, or it could be once a week. However you want to set up the autoresponder and how often the emails are going to get delivered is completely up to you. This is a powerful way to provide a system for you to where you're not always having to send manual emails, which is something you do want to do, because if you've got something urgent or something that's very time-based, something happening right now like a sale or a promotion, boom, you send out a broadcast. But having a series of automated emails that will continue to drip on your prospects, on your team members, on your customers, whoever it may be, that's powerful, and you can do that with Aweber as well. So just a couple quick things to point out before we get into actually sending emails and how to do all that. You can see when you go to your messages page, it's going to give you a list of all the manual these are the manual emails that you've sent that you're going to see on this page. You can also see the open rate. What is the percentage of people that actually opened your email? You can see some of our open rates here are pretty significant. I mean, having a 73%, 76%, we've even got up to 83% open rate. What does that mean? It means that out of 100 people, 83 of them opened the email. Now, in this particular case, this is a small list, okay? There's under 100 people that are even on this particular email list, but still, that's a huge open rate. Just to put it in perspective, imagine when you do a Facebook post and you've got 5,000 Facebook friends. What is the percentage of your friends that are actually seeing your post? It's tiny. It's like 5%, if that. So now you have the ability with email marketing, you can capture a much larger percentage of your audience, people that are subscribed to you, and delivering information to them. So here's just a quick example of a much larger number. So this was an email that I sent out to 2,900 people, and over 1,400 of them opened the email. That's pretty significant. That's 50% of the people that I sent this email to actually opened it. Wow. Now, a much harder goal or target or objective is to actually get them to click on something in that email, actually getting them to take action. You can see that in this particular case, that percentage is tiny, less than 1%. About 0.5% of the people actually clicked on a link in that email to what? To take them to the next step, to learn more, to get access, whatever it might be. And this is all going to be just part of you learning how to craft emails, capturing attention, getting people to not only subscribe, but to keep opening your emails and then to take action in what is in that email, to go to your Facebook post or to, purchase a product or to learn more about your product or your opportunity. So all things that you're going to learn. Now, before you can actually send an email, you have to tell Aweber who's going to actually be sending the email. Obviously that's you, but what email address is it going to be coming from? Now, we do talk about this in our list training that we did on creating your email list, and that's another training that's on this page where you're watching this video. But now we're going to dive in deeper into this. This is the from name and the from email address. So when someone receives your email, who is the email from? That's you. That would be your name that you'd put here. What email address did it come from? You have to tell Aweber what your email address is. And to do that, you're going to go right here to manage email addresses. And we're going to now go through this process together. You can also find this if you go down to the bottom of your account and go to my account. And then you click right here on domains and addresses. So we are going to look at the email address that is going to be used for sending emails out to your lists. And you can have multiple email addresses here. The first step is actually to verify that you indeed own the email. This is this is the first step that you have to complete before your email can actually be put in the system as a verified email. So can it be your Gmail address? Yes, it can. But there are going to be some restrictions and some limitations and some things that you need to be aware of when using a Gmail address. And that's because of the new laws that were put in place by Google and Yahoo and other major providers, that they do not allow autoresponders like Aweber, and it's not just Aweber, it's all of them. They don't allow you to use your Gmail anymore to send out a lot of emails. You're going to be limited. All right, I believe that it's like 500. If you have less than 500 people, then you can use your Gmail address. But even then, you may be limiting your ability to get in the inbox. You know that when you get emails, sometimes they go into the spam or the junk or the promotions folder. Well, if you're using your Gmail email address here, there's a higher likelihood of your email that's being sent out is not going to go into the inbox. It's probably going to go into the promotions folder, which is obviously going to limit your ability to connect and reach out to your contacts. So initially, if you want to set up your account and just get it started with your Gmail, you can do that. You would just put in your Gmail address right here for add new address and hit send verification. That's going to send you an email. Click on the link, and now your email is verified in the system, and you can use your Gmail to send out emails to your lists. Now, the much more preferred option, the long-term option, the option that you definitely want to do at some point is to set up your own domain name with your own email address. You can see the example here. I have email@aaronparker.com. I also have info@aaronparker.com. I have contact me@aaronparker.com. It could be anything you want, right? It could be aaron@aaronparker.com. The point is, you have to set up an email address, and you have to set it up with your domain provider. So I've mentioned that I use officialdomaincenter.com. This is where I've gone to purchase my domains over the years, and also to set up my email that I have. It's all done through Official Domain Center. This is a sister site of GoDaddy, so it's going to work very similar to GoDaddy. If you already have GoDaddy, that's fine. You can do it with GoDaddy. If not, go to officialdomaincenter.com, get your domain name if you haven't already. And then you have to set up email. Okay, so when you go to the email here and you go to professional email, this is going to have you set up an email address. They charge $3 a month. Again, it's all a business expense write-off, things like that. You can also reach out to them, right? You can reach out to GoDaddy directly. Official Domain Center has a phone number right here. You can call them. You can also go down here to contact us at the bottom. And the question that you need to ask is very simple. So pause this video, write this down. You need to ask your domain provider where you bought your domain name this question. Here it is. I need to be able to send an email to an email address that I've set up with my domain name that I've purchased through you. How do I set it up to be able to have an email address so that if somebody sends me an email, it's going to go to my cell phone? Now, it could be an actual email inbox, right? Or it could just be a forward. So what I've done is I've set mine up so that it just forwards emails to my email at aaronparker.com. It just forwards to my Gmail, and that's fine too. So I honestly don't even remember how I set this up. So this is where you have to actually reach out to GoDaddy, reach out to Official Domain Center and say, hey, I need to set up an email address. You can see here that I have what's called a personal email, and I have email forwarding. So this is a keyword you want to write down, email forwarding. And so what do I mean by email forwarding? Well, my domain in this case is aaronparker.com. Again, this domain could be whatever your domain is. And then inside of my account, I go here to forwards. This is where you can see I've got some email forwards set up. And look at this. So CEO at aaronparker.com, it forwards any emails that are sent to CEO at aaronparker.com gets forwarded where? To my Gmail, okay? Same thing with contact me at aaronparker.com, email at aaronparker.com, info at aaronparker.com. So you don't need multiple emails like I have. I just have several for different things that I might be using. And so when any emails go to those addresses, it just, boom, goes right to my Gmail. Now, when I get the email to my Gmail and I hit reply, the reply is not coming from contact me at aaronparker.com. It's actually coming from my Gmail account, just so you know. If you want it to come from your domain, from your email, that would be setting up your own email inbox. And so that would be right here where you go to professional email and you can set up your own email inbox. You can send and receive emails from your actual domain name. But if you want to set up a forward like I've done, again, you have to reach out to GoDaddy, reach out to Official Domain Center and say, hey, how do I do an email forward so that when somebody emails me at my domain name, so say info at, and then your domain name, however you want to set it up, it can be whatever you want. I want to have those emails forwarded to my Gmail. And so once you've got that done and you've got your own email address that is off of your domain name now, and it's redirecting to your Gmail, now you put it in here. You're going to put your email address in this box. That would be, for example, info at yourdomain.com or whatever your email address is that you set up. You hit send verification, and that test email or that verification email from Aweber is now going to get sent to you. It'll get forwarded to your Gmail. You click the link, boom. Now your email is verified. But there's still another step that you have to take, and that is this. Setting up the DKIM. This is going to improve deliverability. This is a very important step you must follow. I'm going to walk you through that step right now. So when you're here in the domain and addresses section, you can just click right here. It says set up custom DKIM. We're going to click on that. It's going to take you to the page that has all the steps, which I'm going to walk you through right now. So the first step we just talked about, that is to verify your email. You're going to put your email address in the box, click send verification. That is going to send you an email. Click on the link, boom, it's verified. It's going to look just like this. It's going to come from Aweber, verify your email address. Then you have to add this to your domain. This is going to be a step that you have to follow. And this is done inside of your domain account, wherever you purchased your domain name. Now they do have an automated option, which I didn't even do it the automated way, so this is really cool. And it looks like there's going to be a thing here where it says connect domain. It says connect your domain to Aweber, and you click continue. And this essentially is going to have you verify and confirm that you want Aweber to make the changes for you. Now, if that doesn't work, you can do it manually. This is what I did. So this is going to be the part where you log into your domain account. In this case, I'm here under aaronparker.com, and you have to create what's called CNAME records. So right here, you can see inside of Aweber that it's got CNAME, and it has 1, 2, 3 different CNAMEs. Now, where you go to actually get these is going to be back over here in your account, and you're going to see it would say that you need to fix this if you're logged in, and you're going to click on that. It's going to look just like this, where it says fix issue, and you're going to click on that or click on the little gear. When we click on that to view the DNS records, it's going to bring you to this page, and this is where you can see I've got the green check, and the green check means I've already done these. This is a process you have to go through. So you're going to add 3 CNAME records inside of your DNS. And this is inside of your domain account like GoDaddy or Official Domain Center. And so this is where you'd go right here to add new record. You're going to choose CNAME. And you'll see right here, it tells you what they are. So it has the name and it has the value. I would not ever recommend typing this out. Don't ever type. These are things you want to copy and paste. So right here, if you hover over this, it says click to copy. So you'd click that, boom, it's copied. Then you would go back over here and you would paste what you just copied here. Then that was under name. Now we have to do the value. So we're going to go back over here to value, and we're going to copy that, and then we're going to paste the value. And then you click save. Now I'm not doing that because I've already done it. You can actually see that it's already done here. So I've got all 3, 1, 2, 3 of the CNAMEs that are coming from Aweber. I've added into my domain account. So this is your domain. You're logging into GoDaddy or Official Domain Center, going to your DNS section for the domain, and you're going to add all 3 of these CNAME records. Once you do that, it will take a few minutes, and then you're going to see the status is going to change, and it's going to say that it is installed. Now we have one more, and this is still inside of DNS. This is what's called a TXT record. And so to do that, again, we're going to go to add new record. We're going to go down here and choose TXT. We've got name and value. So we're going to go back to Aweber, and you can see here the name. Again, just copy. The value, you're going to copy. You're going to paste both of those in there and click save. And you can see here's what it looks like. There are other TXT records here. You're not going to delete those. You'll leave those alone. But it's adding this one, which is coming from Aweber. So this is a very simple process. If you need to go through that again, just rewind this, watch it again. But essentially, you're going into your DNS manager, wherever you bought your domain name. You're going to the DNS records, and you are adding 3 CNAMEs and 1 TXT name record. And once you've added all 4 of those, you can see the status here inside of my Aweber account. It says installed, check, check, and we're good to go. And so what that does, and by the way, keep in mind, it is possible. When I've done this, it usually updates very quickly, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. But as you can see here, depending on lots of different factors, it could take up to 24 to 48 hours before all of these are green. Now, once that's done, it's complete, and you've done all of this. Now you've verified your email. You've had to set up your email, which we talked about setting that up, whether you set up an email inbox or you set up an email forward to your Gmail. You then do the verification, click on the link, it's verified. Then you have to do the DNS settings that we just walked you through. Once you've done that, now you've officially connected your email address with Aweber, so you can get the best possible deliverability in getting your emails to everyone's inbox. Now you can just have one email if you want, or you could have multiple emails depending on who you are sending emails to. If you have different businesses, different emails that you want to be utilized for delivering information to people. If you have, let's say, 3 different email lists, and you want a different email address to send to these people, and a different email going to this people, and using a different email to send to this group of people, right? You can have 3 different emails in here, and when you're sending your emails from your list, you can pick what email address is used. And that is very simple. It's right here under list settings, and this is going to be a setting that you want to select for all of your lists. And you just go right here to the from name and address. We were showing this to you earlier in the video, and this is where you get to pick the name of who's sending the emails. This would be you. And if you have multiple emails that are in your system that you've set up, those emails would be right here in this drop down. And you can click on this and pick what email address is going to be used for sending emails to this list. You can also change this and update this at any time. Okay, so this is part 1 of sending emails to your lists. We're going to conclude this video and we're going to pick it up in part 2, where we're actually going to show you how to send email broadcasts and how to set up your autoresponder emails, that sequence of automated emails we're going to go. That's going to be part 2. So look for that right here on this page where you're watching this video. Be sure to watch that as well. We didn't want this training to go too long. That's why we're going to cut this into 2 parts. But before you can start sending emails, you've got to go complete everything we just talked about in this video and go set up your email address, get it all set up, configured, confirmed, and then we can go into actually sending emails out to people. Now, as always, if you need a little hand holding in this process, down at the bottom of Aweber in your back office, you've got 24/7 help and support. You can click right there. You've also got other video guides from Aweber, and they've got an incredible support team in place to help you with all of this as well. So I've done my best here in this video to give you all the steps to walk through the process, but you can also reach out to Aweber directly, and they're there to help you also. So get this done right away, and then let's get over to part 2 so we can start sending emails.